Hey Sharon, good to see you. Trying to make sure everything is working here. I moved my computer, so we were rearranging the house since the wedding, and it was kind of messy. Had to hook up everything again, all the computer equipment. Not so much fun. Let's see. Well, YouTube doesn't want to work tonight. Let's see if I can get it. It says I have to add a link. Thank you. It was a beautiful wedding. It was really nice. And we were worried it was going to rain. It was raining that morning. And it rained a little bit more that evening. But during the wedding, and for about, I don't know, a few minutes or a few hours right around that wedding, we didn't have any rain, so that was good. Let's see, YouTube is just not going to work tonight. Well, that's nothing new. Okay, but we do have a Facebook feed, so let me put this link in the chat for everybody, and then we'll get started. We have one and dones tonight. So everything is the last one of its kind, and we cannot reorder these pieces. Once they're gone, they're gone. Let's see. One more. Well, the internet's faster tonight, so that's a good thing, right? That means it's working better. There we go. Got everybody. I do not know why this is not working in the pop-out, but whatever. I never know why things don't work. They just don't. Alright, so we've got earrings, necklaces, and some bracelets for you tonight in a range of colors. Tried to make sure we could kind of cover everything. Hello, Allison. Hello, Aunt Dora. Good to see everybody. Let me write names down. And then we're going to go ahead and get started looking at pieces. How's everybody's weather? I'd heard some people already had the rain. We're just getting it today, mostly. And it's supposed to rain for the next couple days now. So we're pretty excited about that. If you didn't catch the sarcasm, we'll go back and do it again. Alright, first one tonight. Raw Rapture. This is in brass. Hello, Esley. Hello, Shannon. Look at that. We've got everybody, and the chat's working. Allison, you actually had nice weather today. Look at that. Rain yesterday, today, and the next 3 days. Yes, Kim, you are always right ahead of us. You're like one day ahead of us. So whatever you have, we're getting it tomorrow. Alright, so we have these Aurum rhinestones. This is the mirrored type finish on the brass rhinestones. Kind of in a diamond shape. I don't know what else to call that shape. The earrings are the same, so you already have matching earrings. You won't have to upgrade this set, which is good because that's an odd shape. So this one is going to sit right around the collarbones. Hello, Ruth. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit right here around her collar. So we have Raw Rapture in brass. This is going to be, if I can get the cards apart, number 101 tonight. 100 degrees yesterday and 90 today. Ooh, that's hot even for California. That's more like Arizona weather. Mom gave it to you while she's here. She said you can have her weather. That's not very nice. A little too warm for me. Are those trapezoids? Well, you know, we could call them that. Yeah, it's a weird triangle thing. It's more like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let me show you up close. This is why I call it a diamond shape, because it's more like a diamond, but a wide one. That's what it looks like. So it is kind of a diamond shape. Hello, Jessica. Good to see you. Saw Rosie had her jewelry on this morning, little Rosie. She had all the hearts on. I always look to see what she has on. One day she came in with no jewelry and I was afraid she was sick. Because she never has no jewelry on. Yeah, they're here till about the end of the month. So, she's lurking in the background over here.
Hi!
Don't ask me. I don't know.
You don't want me on your show.
You had hearts on today too, Allison. That's a popular choice. Not everybody likes them though. I find you either love them or hate them. Alright, next we have Popular Party in blue. You can see this almost has a little bit of a teal color to it. Not quite like a royal blue. Just a little bit like a shade off from that. This is the length and size. This is the teal blue though, not the green, the teal blue. She needs to do a show with me. She doesn't want to get in front of the camera. I did try. This is going to be number 102 tonight. Popular Party in blue. She's very uncooperative. I don't know where she gets that from. I don't know where I get it from. Can you imagine? Alright, next. This one kind of looks like an antique. This is Contemporary Connections in purple. I'm thinking this is anything but contemporary. It looks more antique or Victorian to me. Very pretty filigree here in the bottom. We have the light purple rhinestones, twisted rope appearance in these oval links, I guess is what we're going to call them. Oval links. Oh, you broke out a new set today? Yeah, we didn't see it. It doesn't count if we didn't see it. You have to do it again. This one's sitting below the collar, and it is actually already past mid-chest at the bottom. So with the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit here more right above the bust. Plus or minus a little, just depending on how it fits you, what size you are. This is Contemporary Connections in purple, and that is that light purple, more like a lavender. In the rhinestones, it is number 103. So I moved my desk, and that means I'm going to have to work on color correction again. Isn't that exciting? I am so thrilled when I can work on the color, because it never is the way I want it to be. So my face looks right, but everything behind me looks really dark. So I don't know what's going on with that. 103 for you, Jessica. Gotcha. I love that one. It came in green too. I think I've still got some green somewhere here. It may not be a one and done, but it was really pretty. Alright, ear crawlers. So we have in gold with pearl and rhinestone. So these are actually upside down from what they would be. Our post is right here. The clip to make it hang on your upper ear is down at the bottom. So we'll flip these upside down in just a second. Outer curve, we have our pearly beads. Inner curve is white rhinestones. This is set in gold. So they're going to look more like this. Let me see how I can show you. This is it's just not a good way to do this. There you go. Gives you some kind of idea what size these are. Alright. Doubled down on dazzle in gold. This is number 104. On number 105, let's do a long one. This is more of a simple necklace. This is jade green. So we have that stone. You can see the natural variation in that stone. It has the rectangular silver frame around it. This is the length. So it is hanging just above mid-abdomen. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to hang just below mid-abdomen. So it's going to kind of be right in that area, with or without. So you can adjust it however it fits better against your clothing. This is set in gemstone in green. And again, that's a jade green. That is number 105. Alright, let's try a question since we got everybody's attention. Let's see, what do we have? Okay, so I didn't agree with this one, so I just want to see how many of you agree with it. There are 7 answers on this question, and only maybe 4 of them I actually agree with. So we'll try this. We're going to take answer number 4 out of 7. Name something that comes in packs of 6 or 12. Something that comes in packs of 6 or 12. And then when we get done with this, I have some questions. Soda. Soda was number 2. Kim was very specific. She said Cokes. That's perfect. Socks actually wasn't on there. I was surprised. Underwear also not on there. Eggs were number 4. Of course, we buy those by the dozen. So soda, eggs, beer, number 1. Beer comes in a 12-pack. Also comes in a lot of other packs. Or a 6-pack of bottles. Gum. Gum was number 6. You guys are better at this than I am, because I looked at these and I really have some questions. Something that comes in a pack of 6 or 12. Cupcakes, not cupcakes. Donuts. Yep, number 3. Only 2 more. Yes, we're going to Shannon. She loves to bake as much as I do, so we can get good stuff there. Plus, it looks like she has soda, beer, and gum. Looks like a good pantry to me. 2 more things, not muffins. One is food, one is non-food. That probably won't help you, but something that comes in a pack of 6 or 12. Bagels? Not bagels, but they do come in packs of 6, don't they? When I buy the bagels, they're usually in packs of 6. Hot dog buns, that is very close. They do have some 12 packs. Very close. Something that comes in a pack of 6 or 12. The non-food one and a food one. Hamburger buns. Nope, also close. Just a little bit further. Alright, let's see. Probably going to give you the last 2. Because one of these is no good way to tell you a hint. Sub rolls, not sub rolls. So one is hot dogs. And, I don't know. I have not seen hot dogs in a 6 or 12 pack. That's usually 8 or 16. Or even 24. But I have not seen them in 6 or 12. So if anybody knows of 6 or 12, let me know. The other one was toilet paper. Toilet paper comes in packs of 6 or 12. And we could go with paper towels too, because they usually do the same thing with the paper towels. Alright. You guys are pretty good at that. Alright, this one I have in both silver and gold, and I only have 1 of each. This is called Repeat After Me. These are textured oval links. 3 layers of them, held together by the bar. So they're not going to get tangled with each other, because this helps keep them separate. I'll show you the gold one in just a second. Let me put this one on the mannequin, then we can pull out the gold one. So you can see that top layer lays just above the collar, second layer just below the collar, third layer is really close to mid-chest. And then of course you do have the 2-inch extension, so we could make it down right above the bust instead. So if you wanted to make it a little bit longer, it would go to there. Here is the gold version, so you can look at it. So I have 1 of each. This is Repeat After Me. And just tell me gold or silver if you want this one. This one is number, why don't we have a 106? See, my numbers are going missing again. 106 has left the building, so we have 107. 107, silver or gold. It's probably in this stack and it just is not sorted right. Not that that would ever happen to me. Did everybody get to see pictures of the wedding? It was a pretty nice wedding. Plus I have an extra room now. Isn't that great? This is Famous and Fabulous in blue. So we have blue, these are like a midnight blue bead. They are faceted. They have almost like a mirrored finish on them. And then we have this clear one that is more of an emerald cut, also faceted. We have the paperclip type chain down here. We have, I don't know whether this is doubled or tripled. It looks like it's doubled. Circular chain up here. Yes, road trip. I put my jewelry in it for now. This is the length. So we are down at the bust with the 2-inch extension. Gonna come down underneath the bust. I really want to show you the wood flowers. So for everybody who hasn't seen them, I want to show you the wood flowers because they came out really nice. And everybody was like, those are wood? They're soft, they're like a velvety feel. This is Famous and Fabulous in blue. And it is number 108. 108. Let's see, let's do some more earrings. These are actually the earrings that I have on. I have one more pair of them. These are Floral Flamenco in black. So we have the off black metal. You know what we call it. I can't say it online because they get really upset because of the word. So the little black flowers, they have gold centers. So I wore my black and gold necklace today. You could just wear a gold chain with it. You could wear a black chain with it. However you wanted to do that. I had a little gold beaded chain that I almost wore with it. I guess I don't have to hold them up because you can see what length they are. So I have one more pair of these. Floral Flamenco 109. Yes, it looked very iffy, Shannon. In fact, on the way back, after we had gotten dressed, so we went and set everything up. And it was raining that morning, but it was supposed to stop. So we got everything set up except for the outside. We came home, got dressed, gave it kind of time to do its thing. On the way back, I'm about halfway there and there are raindrops hitting my windshield. And I'm just thinking, please don't let it rain. And by the time I got there, the rain had stopped. And surprisingly, even the grass wasn't that wet. So it was actually pretty nice. And we were able to walk on the grass without getting our feet wet and our dresses wet. And then after we got in the reception, we'd been in there probably a little over an hour, it started pouring. So just for that little bit of time, we actually had a clear weather forecast, and then it came back. So we were glad it stopped for long enough. All right, this is a cuff bracelet. This is called Mesquite Mesa. This is in green. It is a dark olive green. You can see the crackling, the crackle stone in it. Really pretty silver work on this. Look at the feathers on the side. Open in the back. Again, these do bend just a little. It's not a ton, but you can see it moving. So you could bend this in a little bit or out a little bit if you need to. So we have Mesquite Mesa in green. This is number 110. Alright, we're still going to go with the numbers just so I can keep track, even though I'm missing one. So, we're at 110. We'll go ahead and ask another question. Don't worry, we're missing a few numbers as we go.
Among other things.
My mom says among other things. I don't know what she's trying to say. We may be missing a few other things. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let's go with 4 answers on this one. We're gonna go with number 3. Name something you'd find in a superhero's laundry basket. Something you'd find in a superhero's laundry basket. It's laundry day. He's got all his stuff in the basket. What's in there? You're not playing with a full deck either? Cape, yes, cape was number 1. We've got his cape in there. Tights. The tights were actually not on there. They missed an opportunity for the tights. His mask, yep, number 4. You've got a mask. You've got a spandex suit, number 2. Gotta have the spandex suit. He's not a superhero without it. You ever wonder why that is? Why do they have to wear spandex suits? I guess so they don't get in the way. I think they're just showing off. One more thing you'd find in the superhero's laundry basket, although personally I would not put this in my laundry basket. I'm not gonna wash it. Knee socks, gloves, nope, not those things. Not quite sure why it's here. And I'm hoping they empty it before they put it in there. Some of these answers make no sense to me. By the way, they had invisible socks at the very end, and I decided we're not doing that one. I don't know why we'd have invisible socks. Why not just regular socks? Usually their feet are covered in the same material as the spandex costume they have. Whatever the tights are, I guess. One more thing. The utility belt. Yeah, number 3. Now, wouldn't you empty that before you put it in the laundry? Because I don't think it's going to do well with all its gadgets in the washing machine. Although I did wash my Fitbit watch this week, and it still works. Now we know that it is water resistant. Isn't it a good thing they do that? Some days. And then the rest of the days are exactly like it. Alright, I better get glowing in green. We have olive green pearly beads, along with a little white rhinestone accent. Got some filigree at the bottom, little scrolls and hearts. Let's get this over here so that they can see it as well. There we go. This is the length and size. Let's see if I can hold my head straight. The camera's not straight, so that doesn't help me. So these are I Better Get Glowing in green. They are number 111. The dog is barking and all the Amazon things have come today, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Alright, Taos Trendsetter. This is a bracelet. This is adjustable clasp. It is in brown, so we have that Adobe brown. This is crackle stone. We've got several different frames there. We have a dot motif. We have, I don't know, little scallops around the edge there. We have a little bit of a different dot motif. It's smaller. And then we have some silver panels. Kind of look like, I've got 111 for you, Jessica. I want to make sure I acknowledge that before I forget. The little, it's almost like a cobblestone look, reptile look, saving you from the evil leaves. Yeah, that's probably what it is. He saves me from lots of things. So, Taos Trendsetter. Again, this is in that brown crackle stone. Number 112. I have to move my board so I can reach it. I'm gonna fall off my stool over here trying to put the jewelry on the board, so if I just go crash, everybody just ignore it. Do not do screenshots or screen capture. Even though it probably would go viral.
You disappeared from sight.
Mandala Mecca in yellow. So we have flowers, double flowers, with a yellow rhinestone in the center. These are a very pretty filigree. They have a little texture to them. That's why I'm showing them up close, so you can see that texture. This is the length and size. Your dog saves you from the neighbors on their own porches. Yes, that sounds about right. He saves us from the UPS man next door. So, I'm so glad he does that. These are number 113 tonight. Mandala Mecca in yellow. I tried to get out an assortment of colors, so should have a little bit of everything. This one I'm just going to hold up because it is a little bit longer. This is 3 layers called Thanks for the Compliment. These are oversized white bubbly pearls on some oversized chain. Our chain gradually goes up, so we start with smaller down here, kind of medium right here, and a larger, chunkier chain down at the bottom. This is the length of those layers. So our top one starts right there at the bust. Second one, right down underneath the bust. Third one, sitting about an inch above mid-abdomen, which means that when you use the extension, it's going to come down to about mid-abdomen. This is Thanks for the Compliment in white. And it is going to be number 114 tonight. And it probably would be better if that didn't drag on the floor. So we're going to put that on an upper one. Next we have 115. This is the necklace that literally matches everything because it's clear. This is called Icy Illumination in white. These are faceted, chunky, clear beads. So the crystal type. We have little silver spacers in them. They are 2 layers. And then up at the top we have some of the little silver beads going into a silver chain. The earrings are the pieces that are in the necklace so that you will not have to find something to match this. Some of these, they're hard to match, so I'm always glad when they put the bigger earrings with them. This is the length. See how good it looks against the black? This one is about 1/2 inch below the collar. Our second layer is just below mid-chest. 114 to Rosie, gotcha. With the 2-inch extension sitting right above the bust. Right there. This is Icy Illumination. And it is in white. That's what they call it. It is clear. We have an ongoing feud about these names. Number 115. How much of my inventory is Mom taking back with me? Well, I think almost everybody has left with something at this point. So we had a couple people staying with us during the wedding. Marlo was here. She took back something. I think only one person didn't take back something.
It's very hard, Shannon.
She says it's very hard because seeing it all in person is a little bit different than seeing it on video, and it does look different. And it's all shiny and sparkly here, so it makes it hard. All right, let's see. Oh, let's try this one. 5 answers for this one. Let's go with number 4. Name a smell people hate. A smell that people hate. No bathroom smells. There's none on the list. And a few food smells and a few other smells. What is something you hate to smell? I think I agree with pretty much all of these. Skunk, number 1. Skunk has got to be one of the worst things in the world. Garbage. Garbage is hard. Yeah, it's not on the list though. Garlic is number 5. Now that smells good if you're cooking it. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts, yes, smell awful when you're cooking them. Nope, they're staying a little bit longer. So they're not going home yet. Onions, number 4. Also, people hate the way they smell, but when you're cooking them, they smell so good. Fish, cabbage, those were not on there. We have 1 foodish one left and 1 non-food. So we've got skunk, onion, and garlic. What else? What other smell do people hate? Isn't it funny how you can put garlic, onions, and peppers in a pan and start cooking them and they smell good all by themselves? You don't even have to do anything to them. Dirty feet. Dirty feet should be on there. It is not. Definitely hate the dirty feet smell. Wet dog. Oh, That one's bad too. Also not on there. Eggs. They had a specific kind of eggs. Litter box, cow manure. Those were not on there, although this smell is in a lot of those things. Perm for your hair. Oh yeah, that's nasty. And that's also in this. This last one is, the next to last one is also in the perm. Stagnant water. Oof. Yes, and a lot of times it smells like this. Boiled, not boiled, but they do kind of smell like that too. What kind of eggs? Rotten eggs. Yeah, number 2. Rotten eggs have the worst smell. Unless you've put broccoli and cauliflower, cooked broccoli and cauliflower in the refrigerator in a container and let it get bad. Whew. Gasoline. Gasoline was not on there. This last thing is in a lot of those things that were mentioned. The perm, the litter box, could be in a cow manure. Also could be on your wet dog. What other smell do people really hate is super strong? Mold, not mold. And you might use it to clean with. Some people do. I'm hoping they get the scented kind if they do. Definitely will clear your sinuses. Not skunk. One more thing. Not bleach. Bleach is close. Definitely don't want to mix this with bleach. We're not trying to blow up the place. What do you use for cleaning that smells really, really strong and not so good? Oh no, not everybody can't think of the cleaning things. Ammonia, yes. Ammonia was number 3. It is in those stinky perm kits. That's why they smell so bad. Vinegar also. Some people like the smell of vinegar. I hate it because I don't like vinegar, but you know, that's just the way it goes. So we got ammonia. Thank you. Everybody got ammonia now. Well, it's easy after Kim told you. I'm kidding. I know you guys probably got it before I said. Hello, Brenda. Good evening. All right, we have Leafy Leader in brown. So we have the gold leaves. They have little white rhinestone stems going down the center of them. And then we have the brown rhinestone leaves. Isn't that pretty? Looks like a great fall necklace. This is the length. So we've got half above, half below the collar. With our 2-inch extension, it is going to come down to about here, which is going to put the whole thing underneath the collar and give you a little room at the top, probably about ½ an inch. So we have Leafy Leader in brown. This one is going to be number 116. 116. 117. We have a plummy purple. These are called Wild Heart Wonder. I don't know why. They are sort of heart-shaped, but they kind of miss that dip in the top. But these are plummy purple beads. We have a twisted rope appearance around the outside. We've got little white. There's white. No, they're silver. Silver accent on the inside. And then, I don't know what kind of shape that is around the outside. It reminds me of the Greek architecture around the outside here. But this is the length and size. I think they call it like Greek key or something. This is Wild Heart Wonder in purple, number 117. Mom says yes, so I must have actually gotten something right for a change. It doesn't happen very often, so make sure somebody writes it down. It definitely does not happen often. Alright, next up, this is a little bit daintier necklace. It's called Absolutely Brilliant in black. So we have opaque black beads, and then we have the rhinestone encrusted beads on both sides of it. So you've got a whole bead that just have rhinestones all over it, and then these little spacers also have rhinestones in them. So you've got a little bit of sparkle in there with your black beads, so it makes it look black and white. This is the length. So sitting right at the collar with the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down to mid-chest. So we have Absolutely Brilliant. Absolutely Brilliant in black. And this is number 119. Next up, I'm going to pull some things off of here. We have one set of these left. So this is a 2-piece set. It is in multi, because we have 2 colors in here. This is called Dapper Definition in multi. So we have the silver and the gold in these little bows. They're cute. They're really cute. So we've got gold bows, silver bows. This is the gold chain. Our upgrade earrings, also those gold bows, so that they will match perfectly. I like it when they actually make things that match each other. It's really helpful. This is the length. So that is sitting about half above and half below that collar. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down to mid-chest. This is the length and size of the earrings. To give you an idea what size those are. This 2-piece set I did as this number because it's special. Welcome back, number 120. Yay! It reappeared. It has been on an extended vacation. It did not bring back pictures, but it did return. Now, 106 left when it came back, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Evidently 106 and 120 cannot coexist. Some days. I'm also now missing 121. And 125 still hasn't shown up, so there is that. You know, some days are better than others. This is not really one of them. Alright, next we have a necklace and bracelet set. Another 2-piece set. This one is longer, so I am going to hold it up. This is in gold and pearl. This is called Revolving Refinement in gold, and that is because these pearls spin inside their frames. So if you had little globes on them, you could spin the globe. I would sit and mess with this through the whole meeting, so I'm not allowed to wear this. It's on that chunky chain, almost like the scarf for attention. And then we have the adjustable clasp bracelet that matches it. This will keep the kids busy. You can sit next to them, let them spin the beads. This is the length. So it is down here at the waist with the 2-inch extension. You want this one, Brenda? You got it. Closer to the top of your jeans. It does look like that. A fidget necklace. Yes, Shannon. It would be if I had it. So Brenda has claimed this. We're going to give this number 122 for you, Brenda. And I'll put that down for you. I do have some more of those bracelets in case you want to just entertain somebody. I have 2 more of the bracelets. I just only had 1 necklace. Don't ask me how that works, but...
Fidget bracelets.
Fidget bracelets, yes. You know, whether they're for the kids or for me, we're not going to talk about too much, but there it is. Alright, Radiantly Retro. These are stretch bracelets. This is a bright yellow, so even if it's washed out on your screen a little bit, this is the bright, almost like a neon yellow. So little tube beads with cube beads in between in silver. All 4 stretch. They are separate, so you do not have to wear all of them at one time, or you could layer them, put some other bracelets in between, and make yourself a nice stack. So this is Radiantly Retro. It is in yellow. It is number 123. I think I might have skipped over something. It happens around here. Alright, this is my last one of these. This was a special edition of one of our blockbusters. This is Show-Stopping Shimmer. It is in the iridescent. So we have the oversized oval links. This looks like 2 layers, but it is actually all joined together, so it is not going to move around. We have the iridescent teardrops. This has a little bit of weight to it because these teardrops are pretty thick. And then the earrings are also those teardrops, so you're not going to have to upgrade those. I have this one in my collection, and it's one of my favorite necklaces. So I think I have this necklace in every form that it has ever come in, and they're all pretty. This one hangs just below the collar and down to mid-chest with the 2-inch extension. It is going to sit just above the bust. So we have Show-Stopping Shimmer. Pretty iridescent colors. It is number 124. And we're going to stop and ask a question because 125 is still missing in action. I don't know where these numbers go. I really don't. Okay, 4 answers for this one. Let's go with number 3. Name something people often forget to switch off. Something that people often forget to switch off. So maybe you leave the house and you think, oh, I think I forgot to turn off. What? The lights, number 1. I swear my kids do that all the time. I'll get up in the middle of the night and all the lights in the house will be on and I'm like, phone, not the phone, but that's good. Television was number 4. So we have the television, we have the lights. What else do people forget to switch off? This one I literally never switch off, but sometimes Max will come behind me and switch it off and I have to turn it back on. Furnace, curling iron, regular iron, coffee machine, coffee pot. No, none of those. I usually forget to hit the extra button to make the coffee pot actually brew. Radio, not the radio. That's a good thought. What else might you turn around and go back home? A fan, number 2. Yes, thank you, Brenda. You might turn around and go back home if you forget to turn this off. Usually, you do not want to leave this on when you leave your house. Especially if you're going to be gone any length of time. Air conditioner, not the AC. But that's a good guess. This one, yes, the stove. Do not want to leave the stove on, especially if you have a gas stove. Not a good idea. Speaking of blowing things up, I know. I don't know why that was funny. I was reading a book the other day, and some people wanted to blow something up on purpose, so they put kerosene-soaked clothes in a clothes dryer and turned it on high and let it run. So, just so you know, that does blow things up and causes a fire afterwards. It will completely destroy everything. So, don't do that. What a segue. I'm sorry. I must be overtired.
Show turned into.
This has devolved into a comedy show at this point. I don't know what's wrong. It just is what it is. You get what you get with me. Alright, another long one. We have Spiraling Sparkle. So this is a long one. This has the hematite rhinestones in it. So they're that dark gray color. It was the ammonia and bleach on the last question. Maybe it was the fumes. That's what it was. We have 3 circles. These are all hooked together, so they're not going to move around. And then we have the tassel at the bottom. This is the length. So it's going to start right below the bust. And then the tassel. Yes, I actually do want to know that answer. Allison, give me just a second. The tassels go just below the waist with the 2-inch extension. It is going to be down here. This more around where the low-rise jean top would be. But this does have fairly large links, so if you wanted to shorten it, you could fasten in these links and pull it up a little bit. This is Spiraling Sparkle. It is in silver. It is going to be number 126. You come for the jewelry, you stay for the comedy. So Allison wants to know, the restaurant she works at caught on fire. And do we want to know why? Of course we want to know why. They took their kitchen towels out of the dryer and threw them in a plastic laundry basket. The heat causes the grease in the towels to catch fire. Yes, you probably want to use a degreaser with those. Who wants greasy rags anyway? Greasy towels. Yeah, they need to work on that. Oh, I found number 106. Look, it's back. 118 that I didn't even know was missing.
Oops.
Oops. Okay. Moving on. I'm not sure you guys should let me do this anymore. This is probably not a good idea. Alright. Extra Galactic Extravagance in Multi. This is also the iridescent rhinestones. A little bit smaller. Let me see if I can get that up there so you can see the configuration. We've got teardrops and we've got round ones. We also have some white round solitaires. So a little bit of those sprinkled in. Almost looks like a flower, doesn't it? I just noticed that. It kind of looks like a flower. Never noticed that before, so there we go. This is the length. It is sitting just below the collar with the 2-inch extension. It is coming down here to mid-chest. So this is going to be a mid-chest necklace with that extension. If you want to shorten it, you see the links are pretty round and pretty large, so you could shorten this if you needed something more up here. Have a high neckline. This is Extra Galactic Extravagance. It is in multi. It is number 127. You think you have that one? You might have. I can't really tell you right now because there's 3 different invoice systems and I have to search them all. But I can let you know later. Alright, we have another set. This is the blue set. This is the last one of these. So we have the necklace. This is in shades of blue. So we've got a couple different shades here. This one's more like a navy, and then this one's more like a royal. And then we've got one that's a little bit lighter even than the navy. And then we have white rhinestones in the silver flowers right here. We also have a stretch bracelet, has blue beads, and then the flowers across the front, just like in the necklace. So this is the last set of these. If you love your blues, there you go. You can go look in your shoe boxes of bling. I was sorting mine out today. I didn't realize how many fashion fixes I owned. Evidently, I like sets. And I do, because I'm a matchy person. I like things to match. But I realized I have like 20 fashion fixes that I own. That's a ridiculous amount. Unless you own them, and then it's okay. This one is half above and half below that neckline with the 2-inch extension. It is going to sit down to mid-chest. So we have the one set of this left. This is going to be number 128. It's the blue set. Let's see if I can turn that. There we go. So you can actually see it. By the way, I do have fashion fixes available. They are on my website. So all you have to do is put in fashion fix. You can type it in the search box and it will bring up all the fashion fixes that I have. So I do have some complete sets. If you like the sets, those are sets of 4 pieces. They are available on there. I always forget to tell people I have those. I'm no longer subscribing to the Fashion Fix right now because a lot of them weren't selling as well anymore, but I do still have some from when I was. So there you go. This is Regally Roped. I always have to look at that twice. Okay, so these are black beads. This one is faceted. These two are smooth, almost like the stone. Then we have black rhinestones right here. And these are, I'm not sure what those are. Maybe they're faceted black beads too. The reason they call it roped is because it has this twisted rope appearance in the frame around these. So that gives it kind of a unique look. You can see that. Very pretty shades of black. So we've got some opaque and some transparent, so they have a little bit different color. This is the length. It is sitting just below the collar. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down to mid-chest. So we have Regally Roped in black, and it is number 130. Now this week, because it was kind of a short week, we can combine it with next week's. If you have 2 pieces and you would like to go ahead and get your invoice, just let me know. We're not done, don't worry. But, really roped. Yeah, let me know if you only have 1 piece and you do want to be invoiced. Alright, this is a choker length, and I'm going to hold it against my hand because I want to bring it up close. These are oil spill beads. So if you like to layer your necklaces, this is a really good one to use. The oil spill does reflect all the different colors. It's in like a black base or a dark base. So it's a darker iridescent. The earrings that come with it are little clusters of those beads as well. You could also wear this as a more casual necklace with your, you know, the button-up collar so that you only have the little V here. Works great for that. Our chokers do have extra extension, so you can make a short necklace out of it. So this is where it would normally sit. It would be up here where the chokers usually sit. With the extra extension, it is going to sit more like here. So just above the collar. That is going to be a short necklace. So we have Mini MVP. And this is in multi because it's the oil spill. It is going to be number 131. We are winding down though. We'll go to at least 135. Let's see what I've got back up here. I have to move things because they're in my way. Alright. Suede shade in silver. This is shades of gray. So we start with the lightest gray, medium gray, and then a darker gray. These are all separate pieces. So they can fan out like that, but they usually are going to sit like this. They are the suede material. They're on a fishhook back in silver. So this is the length and size. I like the leather earrings, not everybody does, but they're pretty cool and I get a lot of compliments on them. You get so many compliments on the football jewelry. Well, I still have 2 of those necklaces, so send them my way. Number 132. They can order that online. It's called Touchdown something. I don't remember, but if you sort by white necklaces, it'll come up. I do have 2 of those, the football helmet ones that have the white rhinestones on it. Alright, Bohemian Ball in red. Sold, let's see, what was that, 132? You want the leather earrings? Let me write that down. I'm gonna hold my book open. It won't stay open tonight. Alright, Bohemian Ball in red. These are red opaque beads along with white rhinestones. Got the little swirls in silver. And these are hinged. So these are going to move around with you. I like it because they dance when I move my head. This is the length and size. I also have these in purple. They're just not a one and done. So I have red or I have the purple. This is the length and size though. So we have Bohemian Ball in red. Give everybody a good look at that. And that is a red. It's kind of looking tomato red on the Facebook one, so just telling you. This is number 133. And we got 2 blue pairs. You can't tell my favorite color is blue, can you? Riverbed Bounty in blue. These are the natural stone. So we have the blue stone in the center. And then we have, they call these Dalmatian stones because they're kind of white and they have little black speckles on them naturally. And then we have the little trinkets hanging down off the bottom. I love the little chains. I don't know why. The little chains fascinate me. Strange things catch my attention. This is the length and size. So we have Riverbed Bounty. And these are in blue. They are number 134. And we will wind it up with number 135 because they're a really great pair of earrings. Spirited Socialite in blue. This is a bright blue. It is not the royal blue. It's probably one shade lighter than that. So it's a brighter blue. These are pretty blue rhinestones in a teardrop shape. We also have silver. I'm trying to make sure there's no white ones in here. Nope. Silver filigree. It's really hard to tell. So there we go. That's all silver filigree or cut out with just the blue rhinestones. This is the length and size. So we have Spirited Socialite in blue, number 135. Alright, so that is the last piece for tonight. Again, because we only had one show this week, I can hold your jewelry for next week, so if you prefer to wait until next week to be invoiced so that you can add some things, that's totally okay. Just message me and let me know that that's what you want. If you only have one piece, I'll hold it automatically. So if you don't want me to hold it, let me know. So if you have 2 or more pieces and you'd like to go ahead and get invoiced or would like to hold it until next week, just let me know which one you want. One piece, let me know if you don't want it held. So that's usually how I do it. If you have 2 or more pieces, I go ahead and invoice. If you have one, I hold it till next week. You want yours held, Brenda? Gotcha. I'll do that. And check out the website because we're still adding things. There's so much here we have not finished adding yet, so we are still adding things, especially rings and bracelets. So if you like rings and bracelets, check out the website because we have been adding those. And we will be back on Friday night. We'll be on our regular schedule, so Friday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 7 p.m. So we look forward to seeing you. Hopefully you have a great week and we don't float away out here. Hopefully we won't get flooding, but we'll see. It's supposed to have 3 more days of rain, so see how much that adds up to. I appreciate you all coming out to support us tonight, and you have a great rest of your Sunday night.